Okay, so WK Dad has been bugging me to show my unbeatable deck list, and so I guess I'll show you guys. And the best monster in the deck is Magical Fighter Burakar. And basically, you take your cell phone out and you call him, because it says when calling, and he can destroy one spell or trap. So you just call him, and then he's like, "What's up?" And then you're like, "Hey, I need this trap broken." He's like, "Okay," and then he like comes and he breaks it. And sometimes people get mad because you break their cards, but it's okay because I always win because this deck is undefeated. And then you have to run two Skull Redbirds. They're pretty good. They're red, and red is pretty cool. And when you win with the red Skullbird, then it's like, it's amazing. The Combined Knight, I just run him because he's like on a dragon, and if you ride a dragon, you're pretty kick ass. And it's also a triangle rare. Most of the cards in this deck is triangle rare. I have a couple ordinaries, but triangle rare is pretty raw. Another triangle rare. Motorized Gear, man. I don't really like this card, but it has a lot of defense. And then it's a machine. It's a machine. I don't know what the other word is. Machine Junta. So I think that means that it can't be destroyed by card effects or something. But yeah. Century Robber. Basically, magic users like this are like hard to find. And especially the triangle rare magic users. But since he's a century robber, he like steals hundreds. And so usually when I play him, people have to give me money. Cat Imitation, this card is broken because when your opponent does something, I'll just read you the effect. At your opponent's turn, this card will be brought to the cemetery due to the magic and trap force. However, its turn is ended. And I'll let you just check that out. So basically, whenever your opponent plays a spell or trap, their turn is ended. So that's why this is the most broken card. It should be at 3, but right now it's at 1. Sealed Right Wrist. And this is basically for bit slapping. The Wind God. This card is another magic user. And like I said, triangle rare magic users are really hard to find. And your opponent attacking force may become 0 while fighting against you. You can choose a starting time. So like if you're late to the YCS, you choose a starting time, and then their attacking force is 0. And so you always win battles when you have this card in your deck. The Axe from Giant, he's pretty good. Sumike Smallbird, he lets you search any monster in your deck because this effect says he's a bird monster, and while calling this card, and that's a problem with this deck because you use a lot of your cell phone minutes. But when you call this card, and it has an anti-action against calling, so that means that your opponent can't call it because he has call blocker and caller ID. And then you can select one monster card into the hand from the deck. So that's why this card is really good. It's at 3, but I can't afford more than that. So I'm trying to trade my other cards, and I'll show you my trade binder in a little bit. Mess Magic User. Like when you play him, like your opponent's stuff gets all messed up, and that's why he's really good. And then I have these two. They look the same, but this one is the Blue Eyes White Dragon, and his effect, he's a dinosaur. You see, dinosaur. And yeah, his power is unmatchable. And then this one, he's a white dragon with blue eyes. And he's a dragon, but like when you get these on the field at the same time, and that's real easy to do because you just call them with him, and then he brings them both to the field, and you can usually OTK that way because their force is unimaginable. And then the Rock Corrosion Devil Lava Fake. And when your opponent calls a special, then you call him, and then he's special. And I'll just read you the effect. He's a fighter. That's his type. And while calling monsters, you only present 2 cards of monsters in the field, and you activate the call. And then during the calling stage, the apprentice type. During the calling stage, the controller will be boosted to the offensive by the defensive of this card, and that's 1,000 points. And while for special summoning, call this card and work to continue the call. So basically, you summon this, and then their defensive is decreased by his offensive. And I don't know what that means, but usually I win. And then I have Destroying Wheel, Pair Bomb, and Destruction Punch. And as you can see, they're all triangle rare. So that's my deck list, the undefeatable deck. WK Dad wants you guys to comment. But if you make any hater comments, I'll delete it because I don't like haters.